Hello, healthy friends. This is Terry with your weekly forecast for the Libra full moon. And this full moon is opposite a powerful Venus Chiron conjunction in Aries. And some of us, myself included, are having a really powerful Chiron and Aries transit right now, and whew, it's rocking my world. I talk about healing crisis. I have my Chiron and Aries at 6 degrees, and so that means this Chiron and Aries just transited my Chiron and Aries, and many of us at the age of 50s, in our 50s, are having this massive Chiron and Aries transit, and so I decided to celebrate my Chiron and Aries at a Hot Lakes Lodge hot spring over the last weekend. It was a great way to just take some time out, take a turning point, just do a mental health reset. And boy, don't we all need a mental health reset this year. It's been such a wild time. And it was such a healing, nourishing place to be, to really celebrate my 6-degree Chiron and Aries. Those of us who have Chiron and Aries, we are 7th generation healers. We are true wounded warriors, and Chiron is, of course, the ultimate wounded warrior, healer, teacher. Chiron was one who would teach healing in caves, and he is so profound, and Chiron is exalted in Aries. So it's like those of us who have Chiron and Aries, we have deeper, bigger wounds, or maybe we just think we do, but I do believe I'm a lifetime migraine sufferer, and I've just had a lot of health issues and pain in my lifetime, so I can speak firsthand from Chiron and Aries and say it is, a powerful transit to have. And whew, I'm glad that it has gone now from 6 degrees to 8 degrees. Can I be done, please? Because my Chiron and Aries transit is over and we're moving on. But now this Libra full moon will be affecting all of us with this powerful Chiron and Aries conjunct Venus. This is the time to heal your heart. And oh my goodness, there's just so much heart healing on our planet right now. We just celebrated the water. Every year is the day of celebrating the water on March 22nd. And as you can see, I'm at this beautiful Ochoko Lake, which is a reservoir. This is our water resource, and it is so low. As you can see behind me, the water should usually be way up to that top line. And I'm from Central Oregon, where we are having some serious drought in the last 5 years. It's been drought after drought after drought, and then of course Oregon has had all kinds of wildfires, which is only exacerbated by drought as well. So it is time to wake up to healing the waters, and time to pay attention to the waters and realize this is our greatest resource, and this water is needing our healing energy too at this powerful Venus, Chiron, and Aries conjunction. And the last time that we had Chiron in Aries was in the 1970s. And I think that you can actually see a lot of correlations between the 1970s and where we are today. In the 70s, we had a lot of protests, and people were protesting the Vietnam War, and now we have a lot of protests with the Black Lives Matter, and there was a lot of political division even in the 70s, and it was a time also of people coming together. That was the whole summer of love. I see that people are going to be coming together more in this Chiron and Aries in a love with all this Venus. We've got Venus coming back. Venus will be coming back as in the night sky, which is always where Venus is the most powerful. And Venus just had a conjunction with the Sun, which just brings such a strong love vibe. This whole week has been really, the heart is opening, and there's just a lot of heart chakra, kind of good heart love energy. And when you think of the axis of Libra and Aries, Libra is all about relationships, and of course this is our Libra full moon. It's so close to being a super moon. It's just a really powerful Libra full moon, wanting us to have love and connection and relationships. And that's opposite, of course, Aries. And Aries is the warrior, so independent. The Aries is like, I'm independent, I can do it myself, I don't need a relationship. And so there's this full moon has that kind of Aries being independent but wanting to have relationship and wanting to have love. And Venus conjunct Chiron, just saying, heal those wounds and connect and come together in union and heal your heart. You don't have to do it all alone. You can have this great connection. You can be loved. You can be supported, and heal your old wounds so that you can step into a relationship on this Libra full moon. It's just a powerful time to make a love connection with all this strong Venus. And this Aries and Chiron transit is a very slow moving transit, and it's really asking us all to heal our deep spiritual wounds. And some of these wounds we may have even inherited from our family. Some of these can be seventh generational ancestral wounds that are coming up now. Maybe you're here to heal your whole family and 7 generations back, and do the work of that deep ancestral healing and that energetic clearing so that you can heal not just yourself but your whole family of origin, and making way for this next generation of these incredible Chiron and Aries babies. I do prenatal massage, and I'm seeing these incredible healers coming through, and we can assist this next generation that's coming through. They've got really big life lessons ahead of them because the world is such a crazy place right now, and we can best support and help these babies coming in by doing the work of healing our own ancestral wounds. And these babies are coming in as these incredible Aries and Chiron and Aries healers. And so we need to make way for them and help to heal the planet. The planet is really in need of healing right now too. So we will be in this Chiron in Aries for quite a while, but this Chiron and Aries Venus conjunction is just really poignant. We'll all be feeling a call to healing, and that can even sometimes look like healing crisis. Maybe this week you're not feeling great, but it's a deeper healing within. And as I was saying, Chiron is an incredible healer and a teacher. He lives in a cave, and he is the mystical keeper of secrets. And so with this Chiron and Venus conjunction right at the Libra full moon, we may just be seeing some secrets revealed. And they could be secrets around justice, because Libra, of course, Libra is the scales of justice. So there may be some really big political secrets coming up, as Chiron is so expressive when conjunct Venus, and I'm really curious to see. And Chiron, of course, has always been the friend of the raven, and we just went on this magical trip through Eastern Oregon where we saw so many ravens. We saw a beautiful raven at the Painted Hills in Oregon. And the raven can symbolize great revelations that can occur this month, both individually and collectively. And I just love this Paulo Coelho quote that he says that just beautifully describes Chiron and Aries for me. A warrior of light is never predictable. He is not afraid to weep over ancient sorrows or to feel joy at the newest discovery. A warrior does not spend his days trying to play a role that others have chosen for him. He will forge his own path forward. So this Chiron in Aries transit conjunct Venus is really asking you to heal your warrior wounds. Healer, heal thyself, heal thy heart, and then forge your own path forward. And we just had spring equinox when the sun moved into Aries at 0 degrees. And this is where the zodiac wheel turns to the new year in the zodiac in astrology. In astrology, Aries is at 0 degrees, like the Fool card of the tarot. It's where it all begins. And so we are at a powerful turning point, a reset, a rebirth, renewal, and may this earth be renewed as well. So as the zodiac wheel begins, we've left Pisces in the 12th house. We are starting all over again in Aries, and anything is possible. So in astrology, this really represents our true new year. And this is about emerging once more. I think we are all ready for spring to emerge from whatever that whole 2020 was. I know that it is an exciting time to feel like we might be able to emerge. We might be able to leave our house finally. And it reminds me of that song. It's a brand new day and it is a new dawn. And I'm feeling good. And the sun is shining, and it's time to get out in nature. And I've been hearing that song so much all week, that song about the birds flying high, and the sun in the sky, and the new dawn is upon us, and it's a whole new life. And this old world is now this new world, and we're stepping into a new world, and anything is possible. And we are even stepping into a new dimension. Many believe this year we are stepping into the 5th dimension. From that 3D reality, we are raising our energetic vibration to a 5D world where we can really create. So this is a powerful time for manifesting. This is a powerful time for scripting, writing out what you want to create in this new dawn, this new world. And maybe it's a new project. I know many people are moving into new careers and a whole new life. And now is the time to make a shift. And we also have this incredible grand air trine. With this same full moon week, we've got Saturn, North Node in Gemini, and Mars all in a trine on March 21st, but we're still feeling it now. And the air sign Gemini in Mars and the North Node of the moon, Gemini, is trine Saturn in Aquarius and the full moon in Libra. And so we have all these air signs. It's just got us really up in our heads about what we're going to do. But the heart of Venus and Chiron wants us to bring ourselves back down to the heart. And all this mental energy, it can be so inspiring, so innovative. It's like I said, it's a good time for writing this week and time to tap into your Jedi mind powers of what you want to manifest next and find solutions. Maybe you're having to pivot your business, and this is a good time to figure it all out. Figure out your next step forward this week from a very logical place. But I was also reading that the heart influences the mind more then the mind influences the heart. So don't forget to tap into the power of your heart as you're thinking about what it is you want to manifest next. Tap into your heart for that inner knowing. And we have a beautiful heart math meditation right now on our YouTube page. It was recorded by Megan Hardy of Unbridled Courage. I highly recommend for you on this full moon, a wonderful ritual could be just to do that heart math meditation and just really get into your heart and let your heart speak to your mind instead of just going from a place of your mind. Let it be also that inner Venus heart knowing of what is it that your heart wants, and let your heart guide you. And maybe even do a writing exercise where you say to your heart, what is it you want? And then just write, do some free writing and see what messages the heart holds for you this week. And we've also got Mercury in Pisces squaring with the North Node in Gemini. And this, again, can really stimulate our creative minds right now. And this is an incredible aspect for writing poetry, again, just writing from the heart, making music. Mercury in Pisces is so creative. But Mercury in Pisces is not really good at the details. And I was so grateful to hear that the IRS is extending our tax deadline, because I don't really want to do my taxes during Mercury in Pisces. This isn't the time to write out that really important contract you need to sign. Mercury in Pisces is a little sloppy about getting the numbers just right. Mercury in Pisces is more about painting a beautiful portrait, or doing photography or poetry or all kinds of artistic, creative, but it's not really great with like math, numbers, figures. So I'm going to wait until Mercury moves into Aries, which is a much more ambitious, cross your T's and dot your I's kind of energy for doing my taxes later in April. And the North Node Gemini and the full moon Libra, I can say both Gemini and Libra, these two signs have the hardest time making decisions. So you might find at this full moon time, it's not the best time to make decisions. And they come from having trouble making decisions in a different way. I like to say Libra cannot make a decision because Libra is always like weighing their options and really trying to calculate which makes the more sense, this, with the pros and cons. And then Gemini is like, I think I'm going this way, squirrel, and then they just go that way. And so both of them, Gemini and Libra, are really not great signs for making any kind of decision. So this is not the full moon to make an important decision in your life. And this Gemini this Gemini North Node can be so distracting. Sorry, I just had a whole huge distracting thing with somebody using a chainsaw, so we had to cut and start over. But that is so Gemini North Node, just as I was talking about it, because Gemini North Node is about getting distracted from where you're going. And Aries, the Fool card is, Aries is going out on the path, and then Gemini is like, whoop, squirrel, just like I said, you see something and now you're going over there, and it's so confusing. And so this is really a time when you want to be careful about getting distracted and getting off your path. And this is a time when you don't want to get sucked into social media. I am going on a huge social media diet right now because I'm just finding being online is so distracting. I want to do this, that, and the other. And then I go on Instagram, and the next thing I know, an hour has passed, and I got a new app that really calculates how much time I'm spending. And just don't let yourself get sucked in by distraction. Stay the course. Stay on the path that you are on, and don't let communications distract you when you're talking to somebody, and just don't let those things become a time thief in your life, like social media addiction. I urge you to take back your time and take back your life. This is the beginning of a new time, a new potential, a new year, and you don't want to squander it on something as silly as social media. And in the 9-star key of Chinese astrology, switching gears, we are still in that 4 bamboo wood, which is the tall tree, like the bamboo that grows tall and reaches for the sun. I've got this gorgeous sun right in front of me, and you can just feel the sun is starting to allow growth again. Finally, we're in a growth period of a 6-metal year. This is about abundance and growing your business. And this is a tree that is not quite ready for harvest, but indecision can really affect the growth. So again, you know, wanting just the Chinese astrology is saying the same thing as the Western astrology. It's going to be important to focus on what your decisions are and don't get distracted and don't think too much. Just make a decision and go forth. You know, sometimes people get stuck in just the making of the decision, but you just make a decision and go forward. And if it doesn't work, you make another decision. Don't get stuck in that indecision, right? So you just want to keep going forward. And I read a really great Lasso quote that says, if you do not change direction, where else would you end up but exactly where you're going? So try to just stay on the path. Everything astrologically is saying, stay on the path ahead, keep going forward, don't get distracted by the squirrels, and don't get distracted by not being able to make a decision. Just keep going forward, one foot in front of the other. And I did a little I Ching reading. I didn't bring the I Ching out to the lake, but I read it before when I was at the hot springs. I did a I Ching for this full moon, and it is the 7, which is funny because we just rode on Highway 7 for miles and miles and miles, and my I Ching this morning was the 7. And the 7 is Chi. It's collective force. And it says, to know fulfillment in life, you must nourish your belly and your heart. Going back to that heart and that Venus. Not your eyes and not your mind. Nourish the belly. Nourish the heart. So this is a good time to do some self-Reiki, you know, some energy tapping into the heart and the belly for inner knowing with this 7 I Ching. And in this I Ching reading, we see that nature is represented as water. Here we are at this beautiful water. Water under earth. And this is a sign of a resource that is hidden. The resource of the water is often in the water table, hidden underground, hidden from view, and yet it is essential to all of life. But it must be dug up with some real effort. You have to go underground to get that well water and pull the water up to the well. And this effort of creating a well, a communal water source, creating the well for water requires the whole community comes together to dig. It cannot be done by one person alone. And it may call for working with others to achieve your goals, as it is too much for you to take on all alone at this time. And I love how this just ties right back, going right back to that Aries Libra line we were talking about in astrology, where Aries is all alone and thinking, I'm independent, I'm just gonna do it myself, I don't need a relationship or anyone else to help me. And the Libra says, make union, make a relationship, come together in a community way. I'm seeing a bee right now, and bees know about working in a community. I tell you what, bees are all about coming together and working in the community. So even the I Ching is saying all the same things that this Aries Libra axis is saying, is that you have a hidden potential, just like the water under the earth. And it can only be, and you too have a hidden potential that can only be accessed by working together with others. This is a time where you're going to find you cannot do it alone. You need to ask for help, and you need to have others help you to find your own hidden potential. Or perhaps you need help at work to just accomplish all that you want. You cannot do it alone. And so this Libra full moon, I ask that you move from thinking you can do it all to reaching out to your community, reaching out to family and friends, reaching out to your loved ones and relationships, and asking for the support you need to accomplish all that you can with your own potential. And I wish you a happy Zodiac New Year and a happy Libra full moon. And thank you so much for watching. And subscribe and stay up to date on all the lunar cycles. I'll be doing new moon and full moon from now on. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.